think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our love tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
Morning hits like a late night call. Same four walls, but they feel too small. Coffee cold on the counter again. Writing list just to breathe, my friend. You say maybe like it's all you are, but I see thunder sleeping in your heart. You've been shrinking yourself just to fit that frame. Tell me, when did your fire start to hide its flame? Rise from the static, break through the habit. You were never made to stay this low. You're stronger than panic, more than the damage. There's a world inside you. Let it go, let it go. Rise from the static, let it go. Old scars like a map on your skin. Every line says you chose to begin. You've been told you're too much to hold, but mountains move when you don't fall. You've been dimming your shine. writing here. Right from the start, right from the start.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey Jody, good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, I am snowed in. We get a little tambourine out here. Can't be a gypsy without a tambourine, right? Excuse me. Thank you, folks, for coming by and giving me a view. I appreciate it. You can be anywhere, and you chose here, and I appreciate you stopping. If you would hit that like button on your way in or way out, be most appreciative. Always appreciate my fine folks who stop in and give me clarity most days. So yeah, we got a pounding here for the South. It started off as, the powder, and then it got real icy. And so there's some secondary roads that haven't been scraped by the big trucks and all. And so we were lucky enough to be right in the heart of the city, in between two of the main hospitals here. And ours got scraped and cleared away, and our landlord, took care of our parking lot, and that was really nice, and our steps. And I don't think that we've lived in an apartment complex yet that did that for you. So holler out to them. Woo! Thank you for clearing a path, man. It's treacherous out there when it's like a block of ice on top. So while I've been snowed in, I've been trying to get adjusted to my hormone replacement therapy for my menopause issues that I'm having, or post-menopause issues. And it has knocked me on my butt, man. That put me on birth control and a patch and progesterone. And one of them knocks me out. But I'm getting good rest that I haven't had. As you know, I've been having trouble with getting a good night's sleep for several years now, and this is why I come to YouTube in the middle of the night. So am I echoing? I feel like I'm echoing. Maybe move it further away. Okay, anyway, so I've been keeping myself busy cooking, cleaning, and keeping up with what's going on in the world with the politics and all. It seems like there's something every day to keep up with. So I'm going to just, pick and choose a couple of things that I thought you might want to add commentary to, or we'll just watch together, and then I'll go eat my lunch as usual. So, tell me how many of you think that the attack on Elon Omar seemed a little staged. I'll turn that down a little bit. I'm hearing feedback in the headset. Let's see here. Let's go to... What the heck? Oh my God, there's so much. How do I pick? There's so much crap going on in the world, man. I'm just going to pick a couple and then we'll call it a day. Is it sharing for me? Yeah, I'm hearing feedback. I bet it's my refrigerator. Remove. It's not sharing, is it? Wonder if I need to reboot. No, I'm almost positive it's my refrigerator right here. Boy, it's really running slow today. I'm just trying to share a screen, man. I hope y'all are doing okay and staying safe and warm in this mess. Okay, is it gonna let me share the screen?
I knew he was gone because I of medical aid by ripping his clothes open with scissors and then maneuvering his body around like a rag doll, only to discover that it could be because they wanted to count the bullet wounds to see how many they got, like he's a deer. I watched that, and that is what it felt like they were doing, and that is part of why I was like, what are you guys doing? Why would you jostle his body around like that? You're not even doing anything to help him. But I knew he was gone.
Well, for days she's been called the woman in the pink coat, and she captured the crucial video showing exactly. She had not come forward until today, and her name, which is being revealed for the first time, is Stella Carlson. Runs a children's entertainment company, a world away from anything she or anyone could possibly imagine.
You knew he was gone then?
I knew he was gone. There was no way with the way his body was moving, and I only knew that because of the way they were manipulating his dead body, just playing with it.
We're not gonna listen to that mess. Let's see.
Find your perfect tax expert. Whatever your tax.
Word of a disturbance at Ilhan Omar's
Let's
town
watch
hall
this
in
and y'all tell me what
Minneapolis.
y'all think of
Representative
this.
There. This, of course, comes as tensions are still high after the shooting of Alex Preddy. Let's take a listen.
I don't know.
And for more now, we're joined by Jay O'Brien. What happened? What can you tell us, Jay?
Yeah, Lindsay. So the Capitol Hill team and I have been monitoring this town hall of Ilhan Omar's because it's being held in Minneapolis. And Omar had been in the president's crosshairs for really months here. He's ramped up criticism of her for a long time now. And of course, as these events have reached a boiling point in Minneapolis, we were waiting to see exactly what would transpire in this town hall. And what exactly precipitated this video that you're seeing now on your screen was Omar was calling for, as she has in the past, ICE to be abolished. She also said that Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem should be removed from her job. And as she was beginning of the those in the crowd, according to the audio that we heard of this interaction, say that he sprayed her with something. We don't know what that is, and those in the crowd seem to have not known what that was. The man was immediately detained by what looks like private security. You can see there on the side, and what you don't see in this video is Congresswoman Omar said she to continue the town hall. Around her said that they want her to end the town hall. She says that she wants to continue the town hall, and she said,
Let's see it from a different.
It cannot be reformed. It cannot be rehabilitated. We must abolish ICE for good. And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment. I don't know.
She didn't change her clothes. She wasn't concerned about the people that got hit behind her. And she charged after someone. This seems like some Jussie Smollett shit to me.
I need a napkin to know nothing. No, we will continue this. I'm not going to get away with it.
These people behind her got hit too, and no one was worried.
Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
My internet keeps going in and out.
I need a napkin to know nothing. No, we will. We will continue this. I'm not going to get away with it. Everybody settle down. I'm going to finish my remarks. It is important for me to continue. Here is the reality that people like this ugly man don't understand. We are Minnesota strong, and we will stay resilient in the face of whatever they might throw.
Here's the guy that got arrested.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name.
We'll see a little bit about what.
Zader, who is live in Washington with the very latest on the Minnesota protests and what lawmakers are saying today is both sides, Doug, try to de-escalate the situation.
Carly and Todd, good morning. President Trump hoping to turn down now in Minneapolis. Take a look at what happened last night at a town hall event there with Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment. I don't know.
Oh my God, he sprayed something on her.
I need a napkin to know nothing. No, we will.
No. Ilhan, you need to go get checked. No,
we will continue. I'm not going to get away with it.
Omar was confronted and sprayed by a man there in the audience. It's not clear what the suspect was, and Omar later said she was okay. The man, identified as 55-year-old Anthony Kazmierczak, was arrested. No word yet on motive, but as you heard, Omar had just called for the firing of DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. She had also called for ICE to be abolished. President Trump yesterday traveling to Iowa saying he still backs Noem, even as he sent border czar Tom Homan to take over operations in Minnesota.
With the shift in Minneapolis and Tom Homan going to Minnesota, do you still have confidence in DHS Secretary Kristi Noem? You brought up the success at the border.
Look,
you do.
She was there with the border. Who closed up the border? She did, with Tom Homan, with the whole group. I mean, they closed up the border. The The border is a tremendous success, one of the most secure borders in the entire world.
Now, as for the attack on Omar, here's what U.S. Capitol Police are saying. A man is in custody after he decided to assault a member of Congress, an unacceptable decision that will be met with swift justice. We are now working with our federal partners to see this man faces the most serious charges possible to deter this kind of violence in our society. And Capitol Police, by the way, they say that threats against lawmakers rose by about 50% last year. Todd and Carl.
Work today.
Let's see if this might be why.
It's one worth answering.
Well, it is a good question. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar entered Congress in 2019 with a net of next to nothing, really. But since then, she's apparently worth over $30 million. The House Oversight Committee says that's impossible without corruption.
That's her winning American
It is
Idol.
formally an investigation into Omar's mystery millions, even exploring a subpoena for Omar's husband that don't seem to add
To
up.
her brother,
This
is that
coming after
right?
a massive $9 billion Somali social services fraud scandal that's erupted in Omar's district. Charlie's got details of this. Charlie, let's start with her husband, and Tim Minette, who was a political operative working with people who were involved in all these scandals, and particularly, of course, Omar, and then Keith Ellison when he was a member of Congress. He's now the Attorney General. He was in his. How does this guy Tim Minette go from being a radical pickle hedge fund guy?
Well, no one really knows. I should point out that we spent at the Post 3 weeks, more than that, 4 weeks on the story. Jeff Earl, great reporter in the Washington Bureau, took the lead. I helped out, especially with the Wall Street stuff. There's nothing illegal with Tim Minette making money, okay? And her illegal with her wealth exploding when she marries Tim Minette, who runs theoretically some sort of a fund. It's been described as a venture capital fund. It's been described as a private equity fund. If you go to the website, it said it once managed $60 billion in assets. And I interviewed, over a dozen people that are in this space. No one could figure out who this guy is. No one ever really heard of him outside the political realm. He was a very good, apparently, sort of progressive, political advisor. It's the money part that no one seems to understand. There's no disclosures. Now, we should point out, if you're a venture capital fund, you don't necessarily have to disclose. If you're a private equity fund with more than 100 million in assets, you should be disclosing with the SEC. There is no disclosure here. We don't know, based on this sort of obtuse way he discloses it on his website, Rose Lake Capital, I believe.
Hi, Kyle.
You don't know where the private equity and where the venture.
What do you think of that? Where do you think all her money came from?
In assets, which, by the way, if you're running $60 billion in assets, that's several times higher than what Steve Cohen runs at his big hedge fund. I mean, you should leave some footprint. No one could figure it out. There is issues here with a side gig he had with a.
What if starting a dropshipping business didn't?
The Trump administration investigating the massive fraud in Minnesota, and at the same time, the Congresswoman representing Minneapolis. President Trump posted on Truth Social, quote, "I am sending Tom Homan to Minnesota tonight. He's not been involved in that area, but knows and likes many of the people there. Tom is tough but fair and will report directly to me." Separately, a major investigation is going on with respect to the massive 20 Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who left Somalia with nothing and is now reportedly worth more than $44 million. Time will tell all. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, according to the New York Times, the Justice Department initiated an investigation into Congresswoman Omar during the Biden administration in June of 2024 over her, quote, finances, campaign spending, and interactions with a foreign citizen. The investigation had reportedly stalled, according to that report, and she has denied any wrongdoing. Her husband's investment firm, though, Rose Lake Capital, had only $42.44 in its bank account as of 2022. House financial disclosure showed it was worth up to $25 million just 2 years later. Same thing with a winery and marijuana farm that he has since abandoned. It also went from less than $1,000 in valuation to $5 million in less than a year. Joining us this morning to discuss is former prosecutor and attorney Jeremy Eldridge. Good morning to you, sir. Thanks for joining us this.
I'm national correspondent Kayla Gaskin. Finances are under a microscope, with President Trump saying the Justice Department and Congress are examining a rapid and significant increase in her reported wealth. Upon entering Congress in 2019, Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar reported she had a negative net worth in the thousands of dollars. Since then, she's become a multimillionaire worth a reported $30 million.
I don't know what she's doing, but I suspect that it's not legal. This needs to be investigated.
In the same social media post announcing the investigations into Omar's family finances, the president also suggested Omar's ballooning wealth could be tied to the massive fraud investigations underway in her home state of Minnesota.
We have this fake congressperson who they just reported is worth $30 million. You believe this? Ilhan Omar, not going to get away with it much longer, let me tell you.
Omar hitting back, writing on X, "Sorry, Trump, your support is collapsing and you're panicking." As Omar dismisses the accusations as political, the New York Times reports scrutiny of her wealth began under the Biden administration, with the Justice Department opening an investigation that later stalled for lack of evidence. Omar has repeatedly said she's done nothing wrong.
Ever since I've gotten to Congress, they have been doing these sort of weird ethics investigations. None of them have yielded anything because I have been as transparent as I can be.
Much of Omar's increase in reported wealth is tied to two business ventures involving her husband. A California winery saw its valuation rise from about $15,000 in 2023 to between $1 and $5 million in 2024. And a private equity firm, Rose Lake Capital, jumped from a Side Committee Chair James Comer says he's considering launching an investigation and issuing subpoenas to Omar and her husband. On Capitol Hill, I'm Kayla Gaskins.
Another morning walk with
Caught on camera in Minnesota. You see lawmaker Omar. There she is at a town hall, and seconds after this, impeachment. That's the moment. Minnesota woman Ilhan Omar was sprayed with an unknown liquid at that town hall last night. The man who rushed Omar caught and cuffed today. Police say he's 55.
Sorry, my internet's coming in and out.
Check. When this happened, Omar was in the middle, as you just heard, of calling for ICE to be abolished and for DHS Secretary Kristi Noem to resign or be impeached. Well, after the attack, the representative was defiant. She continued the town hall. She was not injured. But of course, all of this comes as people in Omar's district protest the details surrounding the fatal shooting of ICU nurse 37-year-old Alex Preddy during ICE operations. CBS News got a look at a new CBP report revealing Customs and Border Protection agents fired their weapons during killing. The local lab, Ian Lee. Ian, we all saw what happened to Representative Omar. What have you found out about the guy caught on camera spraying that substance?
Hi, Reed. Yeah, we're learning more about this man. From court records, we know that he's twice divorced. He's filed bankruptcy multiple times. He has been charged with the DUI, and he's had other minor traffic violations. We have tried information about him. We know that he is police. They want to make an example out of him. And so they're looking into what other federal charges can be filed, because they don't want to have this precedent where they want to have those federal investigation. But if you look at that video, he is spraying this unknown liquid at Representative Omar. From what witnesses say, it had a strong stench to it. We heard from Representative Omar afterwards, posting on X saying that I'm okay, I'm a survivor. So this small agitator isn't going to intimidate me from doing my work. I don't let bullies win. Grateful to my incredible constituents who rallied behind me. Minnesota strong. Now, correspondent Matt Gutman spoke with the governor of Minnesota to get his reaction. Here's what he had to say.
So many people are curious about last night. Do you blame President Trump for what for this attack on Representative Omar?
Well, certainly, it's the tone that's in this country. This has all been said. I think it goes back, years of this type of political rhetoric. I can't specifically, and I know the subject. I talked to the representative last night. She was good, but this is the thing that there's no tone. And I said that the president constantly attacks Representative Omar, attacks her citizenship, attacks the very decency of it, and we've asked her time and time again to stop it. I don't believe he's capable of stopping it. I keep coming back to this. The decency of the American people is going to have to speak up, because even in any small thing he puts on social media, he finds a way to attack her. I'm glad she.
Switch to TurboTax.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry, after Fry's meeting with the border czar Tom Homan yesterday. The president posting this on Truth Social. Fry just stated that Minneapolis does not and will not enforce federal immigration laws. This statement's a very serious violation of the law. He is playing with fire. So Mark Thiessen, Fox News contributor. So the president posted that, I guess, about 90 minutes ago, I do believe, based on the clock. And the mayor of Minneapolis went to his social media account and said the following: the job of our police is to keep people safe, not enforce federal immigration laws. I want them preventing homicides, not hunting down a working dad who contributes to Minneapolis and is from Ecuador. Everybody should feel safe calling 911. The disconnect continues. Based on that exchange, I don't see a meeting of the minds just yet. Do you?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Look, first of all, President Trump Mayor Fry is making the people of Minneapolis less safe by resisting through his sanctuary policies. Tom Homan has made clear, and President Trump has made clear, they want to focus on criminal aliens, people with criminal records who've been arrested for serious crimes, convicted for serious crimes, many of whom are being held.
Now, earlier today, President Trump sent a message to Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry on social media. In it, the president says, surprisingly, Mayor Jacob had a good conversation with him. Could somebody in his inner sanctum please explain that this statement is a very serious violation of the law and that he is playing with fire? Again, that was a quote from the president. We begin there, live outside the White House with CBS News White House correspondent Weijia Zhang. Hey, Weijia, so has Mayor Fry responded to the president? And what do we know about that meeting he held with border czar Tom Homan?
So it's important to note that right after the shooting of Alex Preddy, the administration, using several different officials, including the president himself, stressed that they believed one reason why it unfolded and why it was so chaotic was because a lack of cooperation from local law enforcement authorities. And so, as you mentioned, President Trump posted this morning expressing frustration that the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry, apparently does not want to enforce federal immigration laws, something that he himself posted. And then.
Okay. This guy keeps making it worse in Minnesota. He started this fire. Let's see what this says.
Did you know there's a way to become your own bank with the right life insurance?
Governor Tim Walz. Governor Walz met with the White House border czar Tom Homan today, who was dispatched to Minneapolis in the wake of Saturday's fatal shooting. It's the governor's first television interview since Alex Pretty was killed. Appreciate you being here. I'm sorry to make you stand out in the cold, but I guess you're used
Minnesota.
to it. Yeah. First of all, the meeting with Tom Homan, how did that go? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Tom Homan's a professional, which is a lot more than Bovino and Kristi Noem. But look, I think the thing we said is we're very clear about this, that we need these folks out of Minnesota, and we need justice for Renee Good and
Thank
for
you for
Alex.
coming in and taking a look.
Those were things that
Hit
we
the
came
like
with.
button if you
I think the
would.
thing that I'm most concerned about is the tone was different. There was a tone shift. I wish it was because of the horrific, shooting that somebody saw some morality, but I think it's probably the press. But with that being said, I'm not interested in a more efficient Metro surge. I'm ready for them to get out of here, and I think that's what Minnesotans are talking about. So it was progress. Look, I never got a call from Bovino or Noem.
Never.
Nothing. When they're coming here, and Tom Homan landed last night, and he called me last night and asked if he could have a meeting, and he was there at 9:00. So, look, I think that's progress, but they started this fire, so we're not giving anybody credit for putting it out. But right now, what we need a return to normalcy by these ICE agents out of here. And you talked about this in all those meetings with the White House and with Tom Homan and his team. Nobody asked about Alex or his family, so I appreciate you bringing that up. This family going through the horror of losing their son, and then also to see him slandered like that, it's just
not only slandered. I'm slandered by the top officials.
Yes, in the
Imagine being able to build anything.
I'm going to look at this one last story and then I'm going to
come up? You want to come up?
Mr.
Mr. Wonderful, come on up here. You've been terrific. Come on up.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's stay right here.
On behalf of all the entrepreneurs in America, I'd like to thank you, Mr. President, because we create 72% of the jobs. Companies 5 to 500 employees, and all we care about is policy. We love policy, pro-business policy, and these accounts are fantastic for independence and support. I thank you very much. It's all about the entrepreneur, and I think you know that, sir.
Where's my background? Where's my background going? Whatever. I guess it's too big. There it is. All right, nobody wanted to come in, hang out with the old gypsy. Nobody wanted to come hang out with old gypsy.
Cold-blooded Dixon, she don't compromise. She's something mystical.